Alright, so when I transitioned to this game, my biggest struggle was defense. I had a very hard time guarding the dribble moves and managing my stamina properly. So today, I'm going to tell you what I've done to strengthen my defense, as well as what other good people I've played against have done against me. Let's get to it, man. So first tip is to manage your stamina properly. Sprinting uses much more stamina than most things in this game, so it should be used sparingly. A single tap of the sprint button can lose you a third of your stamina meter, man. So this is bad because a good player will notice you wasting your stamina and sprint away knowing you don't have the stamina to chase them. You want some run in your build as well to decrease how often you have to sprint to keep up with those faster characters, which in turn will help you preserve stamina for when you actually need it. Always have at least a third of your stamina meter on defense for emergency situations. Emergency situations are situations like after you get your ankles broken, you'll need some stamina to sprint over and mark them to decrease their accuracy. Another situation is when you're hit with unexpected fadeaways or drift shots. You want to have some stamina left over to make sure you can mark your opponent. This leads us to our next tip. Tip number 2, mark your opponent as often as possible. Where you stand in the opponent's interruption zone will determine how much accuracy they lose. If you stand at the edge of their interruption zone, it will be a very small accuracy decrease. I think it's somewhere like 10, 11, 12 accuracy that they lose. And a person with a mid-range build on with a small forward, they will have no trouble making that shot. So if you stand inside their interruption zone, you'll decrease their accuracy by about twice the amount. But if you stand inside their interruption zone and jump, you will decrease their accuracy by a significant amount. You want to at least get a medium interruption. So tip number 3, don't follow your opponent after every single dribble move. A lot of the time, they're just setting you up for the ankle breaker. Don't fall for it. Let them finish their dribble moves and then follow them. With the proper preservation of stamina, you'll be more likely to mark them after the dribble move sequence. Shot animations in this game aren't as fast as they're assumed to be. More often than not, you'll have an opportunity to sprint to them and contest their shot after the dribble moves. So tip number 4, when stealing, use your steal button wisely. When is a good time to steal? The best time to use your steal button is when your opponent is dribble restricted. This will increase the probability of a successful steal. Another good time is at the beginning of a dribble move. As I've noticed, I get steals at a higher rate then as well. In terms of positioning, you want to be where the ball is. Are you standing on their left side while they dribble with their right hand? You can't get the steal from there, so don't hit your steal button. Once they see you in your steal animation, they're going to go in the opposite direction and get free points. If they're dribbling with their right hand, you need to be on their right side. It's mandatory. If their back is turned toward you, you can still get the steal. You just have to be on the same side they're dribbling on. Much more complicated when you're trying to steal from someone posting up because you have to actually go around them to get the steal, which opens up a lane for them to get free points. So don't recommend it. Just go for the block. You'll do just fine. So 5th and final tip, help your teammates when they're getting screened. Double power forward is everywhere. Very strong strategy. And when you see it, you know there will be a lot of screens. Just make sure you're in a position to stop the person being screened from getting a wide open shot. Is your teammate on the left side of the screen? You should be on the right side, waiting for the dribble move or the shot. This will force them to pass up 3-point shots for 2s. So, all right, man, that's just about cover everything. Just make sure you keep in mind, defense is very important. How do you stop the other team from winning? You have to stop them from getting points while accumulating your own. The less you let them score, the more likely you are to win. That's it. Now catch y'all on the next one.